when it comes to other situations, like whether it be political or whatever else, where people are choosing sides, a lot of times you just see a label or a term and you're just like mark off, and you don't even associate. You're like canceled if you use this term, or you associate with this symbol at all. You're marked off, and your argument is invalid. There was a situation that happened recently that it was just so bizarre. I have to share it, but we have this Facebook group for my neighborhood, and basically like people share on there. All right, like they have questions about trash day, recycling, and what's the neighborhood doing for Halloween since COVID is going on, or like I have these bulk items where like. It's just stuff like that, like right, like neighborhood stuff. And they also like complain on there. So there's a lot of like Karens that are on this group. And
Can I ask how many people it is, just to preface? Like, is it like 20
group?
Families, or is it like
no, it's like
people?
It's like hundreds.
Hundreds, okay.
Our whole development. It's not just like my street. So
Okay.
It's a lot of people on there. And recently, somebody posted a picture of a girl who was walking her dog and pooped on her lawn. She has one of those Ring doorbells, and she posted it on the Facebook group and was like, hey, like this girl, is walking her dog and this. And people are commenting on the post, and they're like, oh, this is so messed up. Like, you should call the police on her. And then it started escalating so much that people are like, you should involve PETA. Here's the number. And like all of this stuff. And then people started zooming in on the girl, taking pictures of her and like replacing her face with other people in the group and saying like, this is something that like Sean would do or something, and like bagging on each other. Right. We saw this. So me and Ahmad, who is our friend who is in a lot of our videos and everything, he lives right next door to me. We will like screenshot things from that group and then, talk about it amongst ourselves. My sister is still in the group too. She's moved out, but she just loves the entertainment of it. And so like we have, group chat.
I'm about to join this group. What do you mean?
It's so funny. It's so funny. But so we posted it in there. We're like, oh my God, like what's going on here? Ahmed took the liberty of going outside and ringing the neighbor's doorbell. He just did this on his own and be like, hey, you're posted all over Facebook. And
wait, you guys recognize the girl?
Yeah, like we all know who everybody is. So like anybody could have just been like, hey, it's this person, just walk over. Literally, she could have like walked across the street, rung the doorbell and been like, hey, your dog pooped on my lawn. Can you like fix the situation, right? They didn't do that. And so then Emma did it. And then the guy was like, this is my 12-year-old daughter. And you're posting her pictures all over Facebook and doing all these things to it. And you're going to threaten to call PETA and the police when it's, can be solved so easily.
A 12-year-old. She's a preteen.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of dogs. I think, some are cute and whatever. And when a dog poops on my lawn, it's like annoying, right? But I have never thought in my life that I'm going to call the police on somebody, let alone PETA, for dog poop. It's a lawn. It's dog poop. It's not that big of a deal. If I see that person, I'll be like, "Hey,
it's probably
going to
help the ground anyway."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like it's annoying, joking. So I'm not even going to go down that lane. But this is the whole reason I bring this story up is people are not interested in solving problems. That is my takeaway from not only this situation, but so much of what we've experienced in the last few years of growing up in America, dealing with internet and politics, really, that people have gone so far that they are not interested in solving the problem. They are interested in furthering the problem and creating a situation. How inconvenient is it to go out of the way, make memes of this person, call PETA, share that, like you are in the same neighborhood. This is how bad it's gotten. That you are neighbors with this person. Neighbors are it's in your biblical book. Like, you know what I mean? Like we learn this stuff and we share it in quotes all the time, but we don't practice it. Yeah. And your literal neighbor, you are treating like they are a criminal, a 12-year-old girl.
I think what you said kind of like emphasizes it is people don't look for a solution, because those same people that bring up these problems and they're like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And like they want to like hype it up more. the second that you're like, okay, so what should we do about it? Like, you'll notice they'll dodge the solution to complain about it more. Like,
exactly.
Instead of actually finding a solution, it's like, what more can I say? And honestly, they'll go into like another like level of it too. Like, okay, like if it's just a dog pooping on here, why did you go on your Ring doorbell, look through it? Why were you looking through footage like that anyway? Then you're like, oh, let me screenshot, let me post this. Like,
I gotta say,
she wants to show power.
It's often the mayonnaise mafia. It's often, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't. Desi people, they don't have time for this. Black people, they don't have time for this.
Listen, Desi people really don't like dogs, and we've had like a couple of annoying dogs in their neighborhood, and I've never heard anybody be like, "Oh yeah, let's like call the police on this dog." Like,
it's weird,
I had a dog
man.
chase me down 3 streets before, and we're like, talk to the neighbor about it.
I think it's like a neighbor hierarchy thing. Like, they want to show that they have power, and then be like, if you do something like this again, this is the result of it.
Wait, so what happened with the guy? What did he end up doing? Did he like call him out, and did they take it down?
Well, so our hero in the story, Ahmed Hamayo, after he showed him, the guy, you know, posted on Facebook and said, like, you know, next time just walk over, let's like deal with it, whatever. But I don't appreciate what has happened. And a bunch of people liked it and agreed with it. And that's what they do. They just, you know, when they see everybody is liking getting behind something, they'll just either add fuel to the fire or be like, oh yeah, like we should love each other and whatever. But the real hero of the story here is Ahmed Hamayo, the one and only.
Ahmed.
Go off, Mr. Cheetah.
And this is just to let anybody in my neighborhood know that y'all just moved in. We are the dons of the neighborhood. All right? It doesn't we still run it. Even if we're not getting involved on that level. We'll screenshot your stuff. We're watching everything. So you better be careful.